Assalamu alaikum. Today I am discussing regarding homeopathic medicine. But please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Homeopathy means it is a medical philosophy and a practice based on the idea that the body has the ability to heal by itself. It is based on the idea that like cures like. That means if the substance causes a symptom in a healthy person, giving the person a very small amount of the same substance, it may cure the illness. It views the symptoms of the illness as a normal responses of the body, as it only attempts to regain health. For example, when you peel an onion, you feel burn and itch in the eyes, right? You may also have a runny nose. So if you have similar symptoms during a cold, then the homeopathic microdose of the red onion, it will help to trigger your body to heal. Now let us see how the homeopathic medicines are made. In homeopathic medicines, the substance which is used to prepare the medicines are plants, minerals, animal products and chemical drug substances like penicillin or streptomycin. The preparations made from healthy specimens are called sarcodes, but some homeopaths use nosode. It's a specimen made from diseased or pathological products such as fecal, urinary and respiratory discharges, blood and tissues. The technique for making homeopathic medicines, it involves the repeated dilution of the specific substance until little of the original substance remains. For example, when manufacturing homeopathic medicines from a plant, the first step involves cleaning and preparing the plant with alcohol and water to make a tincture. So this tincture is then diluted and strongly shaken. This step is repeated over and over again to create increasing potencies of the medicine. That is, 1 drop of plant tincture may be mixed with 9 drops of alcohol and the mixture will be then strongly shaken. This process is known as succussion. The resulting homeopathic medicine is labeled with a potency according to the number of times that has been done. For more clearance of the explanation, I can say 1 part of the original medicinal agent to 9 or 99 parts of double distilled water or alcohol. The mixture is then vigorously stirred or shaken. This solution is then diluted again in the ratio 1:9 or 1:99 and vigorously shaken. So this process of consecutive diluting and shaking or stirring is repeated like 3, 6, 12, 30, 200, 1000 or even lakh or million times. Simply diluting the medicines without vigorously shaking them doesn't activate the medicinal effects. Homeopathic medicines are available in various dosage forms and potency ratios. 2 of the most common dosage forms are pellets and tablets, which are composed of sugar and lactose saturated with the liquid dilution. Now let us learn about homeopathic treatment. So there are 2 main categories of treatment in homeopathic medicine, that is acute and chronic. The acute treatment is for the illness of recent onset. It may be self-limited like common cold, or it may progress if not treated, like pneumonia. And chronic treatment is of long-standing or recurrent health problems. Homeopathic pills are made from an inert substance like sugars, upon which a drop of liquid homeopathic preparations is placed and allowed to evaporate. Apart from acute and chronic treatments, there are some minority treatments and practices in homeopathic medicines. Let us see what are they. Isopathy. It is a therapy derived from homeopathy. In isopathy, the preparations known as nosodes are made up either from the things that cause the disease or from the products of the disease, like pus. Many homeopathic vaccines are the form of isopathy. Protopathy. It is a form of isopathy where the preparations are composed of drugs or vaccines that a person has consumed in the past. They believe that it will reverse the damage caused by the initial use. Next is flower preparations. It can be produced by placing the flowers in water and exposing them to the sunlight. The most famous of these are Bach flower remedies. In this, the solutions of brandy and water, the water containing extreme dilutions of the flower material, are used. This Bach flower remedy solutions, which contain 50-50 mixture of water and brandy, are called mother tincture. Most often the liquid used is alcohol, so that alcohol level by volume in most stock batch remedies is between 25 and 40%. Next is electro-homeopathy. Electro-homeopathy is a derivative of homeopathy. It mainly refers to an electric bioenergy which is extracted from plants and is of therapeutic value, rather than the electricity in its conventional sense combined with the homeopathy. Next is homeoprophylaxis. Homeoprophylaxis or homeopathic prophylaxis, it is a controversial use of homeopathy as a preventive against serious infectious diseases. Let us look on to the benefits of homeopathic medicines. The main thing is homeopathy is safe to use because it is given in very minute doses so that they are non-toxic. Homeopathy is effective and fast acting and it restores optimal health. Homeopathic prescribing is very effective in both acute and chronic conditions. Homeopathy is a scientific and natural medicine. Homeopathic treatments addresses disease at the root level, hence enhancing the resistance to disease. Homeopathy medicines are safe for everyone because there is no risk of toxicity or side effects. It is ideal for all life stages, including pregnant women and lactating women. The patient will not get fed up of taking plenty of medicines because in homeopathy only one remedy is administered at a time. These medicines can be administered in a very simple way, and because of its sweet taste, kids take the medicines without any fuss. So these are the benefits of homeopathic medicines. Now let us see the limitations and risks of homeopathic medicines. The first main thing is they are not effective in treating all the disease states. Some conditions do not respond to microdoses because they require surgical intervention. Others require immediate and certain relief of symptoms, etc. Since the homeopathic medicines require strict individualization to obtain the best results, one cannot always depend on them for rapid, effective relief of the symptoms. So, homeopathic medicines are also ineffective in treating some conditions which needs only the simple nutrition and lifestyle changes. For example, a woman may be anemic from a lack of iron in her diet. So, homeopathic medicines, they may be prescribed to deal with some of her symptoms and may even be used to help her assimilate iron from her food more efficiently. But until she gets iron, she may experience persistent symptoms. Next is exposure to environmental toxins. It is becoming a major modern problem. Although homeopathic medicines are effective in helping a person re-establish their health after exposure to many toxins, the real improvement in health isn't likely if exposure continues. Let us consider one case. Suppose a woman with a skin rash went to a homeopathic physician. From her symptoms, the doctor prescribed sulfur 30. And the doctor gave a stronger dose of sulfur. What happens? She once again experienced the similar pattern of symptoms in return. That will not make her relief. Another drawback is finding an effective remedy may take several months because of the slow process of homeopathic medicines. Another danger of homeopathic medicine is if a person continues to take a medicine when it is not indicated, it will be very dangerous. So patients should be dependent on doctors. They have to rely on them. If you like this video, don't hesitate to share the information with others. And please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more notifications of this channel.